Looks like we're here at Just Tenet's first official kind of a video thing. I thought a lot about what to talk about, and I came up with this topic as being important for the first go-around. For basically two reasons. One reason, I think if you truly follow this and you take it to heart, it really could make the world a better place. And the second reason is for my Facebook group. So we have justtenet.com, which will lead you to our Just Tenet Facebook page or Jeremy Tyler Facebook page. You can friend me on there, and I will invite you to our chat group. So the first thing I want to show you, I don't know if you've seen this picture on Facebook, but we have a guy that's like this. Okay, and we have another guy like this. And then we're looking at an object like that in the center. This person is saying, oh, that's a 6. And this person is saying, no, that's a 9. So we're going with this idea, maybe into a little bit more detail, but this shows that there's a difference between speaking the truth and being correct. So both of them are speaking the truths from their perspectives, right? But it doesn't mean that because this person's truth does not match that person's truth, that one of them is wrong and the other is right, okay? So the first part of our video is going to be called Life Math. So I'm going to be using simple math problems to describe how life experiences change our perspectives. Now, a higher number does not equal a better life, but it does represent more experience, a life that has offered greater changes of perspective. Make sense? Hopefully. So we have Pat and Sam. Now, Pat's life right off the bat started them off pretty good, some good opportunities there for Pat. So Pat's going to get a number 7. Things in Pat's life change. Pat becomes a 10. Has a huge jump for whatever reason. Becomes a 21, say. And then, I don't know, adds a 4. Pat becomes a 25. Make sense? Sam, not as easy of a life, starts off with a 1, earns a 3, okay, gets himself to an 8, okay, there we go, maybe a huge jump here, because I'm running out of room, to a 21. Now, we're going to pause here for a second. This is a tangent, but this is something that I see often. Now this, let's say Pat looks at this 21 of Sam's, and Pat's like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that you're a 21. What a loser. But I mean, right here, Pat was a 21 just recently. And that's what we call an ego trap. So let's say what brought, as an example, brought Pat from 21 to 25 was because now Pat's a vegan, okay? And so Pat's over here yelling at Sam for not being a vegan. But it's like, come on, Pat, we worked together at McDonald's, right? In high school, you used to eat 8-patty Big Mac every single day. Regardless. So we add a 4 in here. Now all of a sudden, Pat and Sam have that same number, okay? They're both 25s. Now what happens here is, when Pat and Sam meet, they meet right here, they begin to get in the idea that 25 is it, man. That's where it's at. Like, you can't get better than 25, right? We figured out we're both 25s. Everything in life makes sense. Our perspectives here. They pay no attention to the road that they walked on. They paid no attention to these other integers that were necessary in order to reach this number. But they say, oh, 25, we're in the 25 crew. So now we got Chris. That comes along and say Chris is, I don't know, 10, a 25. and then they run into Terry. Okay, so Terry, let's keep it simple, 5 also is a 25. Okay? So now we have this 25 crew, and they end up having conversations about how 25 is the best number and the only number, and they believe now that though they live different lives, it doesn't matter. The fact is that they are the same. And they get to be able to share things about 25s, and they put 25s on their shirts, and they send each other Facebook messages about 25s. And let's say their kid comes into the room and they're reading the newspaper, and they say, look here, son, right here on the front page, 25. See, I told you, 25. And this becomes an ego booster, right? They end up doing everything that they can to believe that 25 is the way to be. There is nothing greater. Now, what happens as life comes and all of a sudden someone says, well, what about algebra? Or, if I can remember from elementary school, if you can't see, that's a cube. So, someone comes by with algebra, someone comes by with some geometry, and it doesn't match up with any of their life experiences. They've dealt with pluses and minuses, and they got their number, and so now it's threatening. They're seeing this new information that threatens the way that they live their life and the way that they've known it, and it threatens the fact that they have this ego locked in at this 25. So they have no choice but to say, it doesn't exist. At all cost, they will maintain that 25 till the end of their life. Is it wrong? No. I mean, if you find a groove and you want to stick to it, and you want to find out you're a 25 in your 20s, live till you're 83, and you die at 25, that's on you. But it's not what I want for my life, right? I hope never to box in my understanding. And I want that for you too. I want for you to continually grow. Understand that all of life across the world is not as simple as you looking back on your own. So this is a quick example of how our life experiences change our perspectives.